Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're having all having a great weekend. And I was thinking about it. I was out doing a little workout earlier, and I was thinking about a very important topic. And I came back to the home office, and I said, let me make a quick, short video about the time that it takes to work the approach that you find on page 6. So let me just set the stage a little bit by saying that here you are at the counter. The phone is ringing off the hook. You've got a couple of people in front of you. You simply don't have time to deal with people on the phone. In that case, the only option really is to say to the caller, I would love to talk with you. I want to spend some quality time with you to talk about your vehicle and talk about your issues. I promise to call you back within 15 to 20 minutes. Does that work for you? Boom. Get off the phone so you can handle that call. How long does that take? Let's time it out and we'll see. Watch. Mrs. Jones, I would love to talk with you. At the moment, I'm really jammed up, and your car and taking care of you is really important to me. I promise to call you back in 20 minutes at 2 o'clock. Does that work for you? It does? Fabulous. Let me have your phone number, and I promise to call you back at 2. Okay? Less than 30 seconds to handle that. You see I have the timer going over here. Okay, cool. That's simple, right? You're not going to try and get involved in a big long conversation. This way you can look out. If you're standing here and you're talking with this customer who's obviously got an issue about something, you can look them in the eye and say, look, I need less than 1 minute on this call, and I'll be right with you. And you can you can handle just about any call in under a minute with certainty, right? Cool. That's one option. Okay, another option, let's go to another option. I want to go to page 6 in the workbook now. We've been working on the foundation moves on the inbound call, right? So let's look at this as it's a tennis match. In a tennis match, the game is to hit the ball back to the opponent so they can't return it effectively. In this game, the ball is to hit the ball. In this, the telephone sales game, the game is to hit the ball to the customer so they make a commitment to come in. An appointment is the point. That's how you score points, by making appointments on the phone. If you do it effectively, 95%, 98%, 99%, very high percentage of the people will come in, right? But the way this is designed, as you can see, is box 1, the conversation for relatedness and trust. Number 1, very quick, boom, and then go right to the close. Go for try and score a point immediately in the game. If you can't score a point, you always have the option to going back into box 3 to talk about the company and talk about the tire program and but you don't want to start out having a big long conversation about this stuff up front. That's not the design. That'll make people go crazy if they're in a big rush and you start talking about the tire program and your warranties and all this, and what they're looking for is something else. It's not the right move. This system that I've developed over the last 20 years is about being really efficient with making a commitment and being really efficient about asking for a commitment for the customer to come in. That's the game. And then if you can't be super efficient and get it done under a minute, then you got to go into box 3. There's no other option, right? You have to go there and then come back to box 2 again. Right? But let's just walk through it, and we'll see how long it takes. I'm going to start the timer. Thanks for calling XYZ Tire. This is Dan. How can I help you? Oh, I could absolutely help you with tires. As a matter of fact, my name's Dan, the Tire Man. By the way, who am I speaking with? Mr. Jones. Well, thanks for calling us, Mr. Jones. Have you ever done business? Have you ever called here before? You haven't? Well, you've definitely called the right place for tires. I've got 1 million tires in my warehouses, right? I can definitely take care of you. As a matter of fact, I just checked my schedule for another customer. I could see you right now, or I could see you at 4 o'clock. Which works best for you, Mr. Jones? So here you are, right at that point, you're up to 40 seconds, under a minute, and we've completed, been very efficient in completing box 1 and box 2. He's either going to make an appointment right then and say, okay, I'll come in at 4, I'll come in at 2, whatever. They'll make the appointment right there, or you're going to venture off into a longer conversation, right? But again, what you want to do when you get in here is talk, be as brief and as effective as possible. Tell a little bit about the tire program, a little bit about the brake program, whatever you need, a sentence or two about your company, and then back here again. But here's the point. You can handle, you go for the gusto with any caller in under a minute, for sure. Under a minute, you can handle just about any customer with any issue. Okay, and if they don't bite on the appointment, then you have to go back into building value. Building value, right here, by talking about the company, your different programs, services, prices, inventory, technicians, all that kind of. So it's going to be a longer call when you get in here, but it's not long handling box 1 and box 2. But that should be, these should be the first moves, box 1 and box 2. 45 seconds. Okay. Boom, and you take a cut at the ball. Then come back in here, take another swing at the ball here, and then come back again here. It's simple. It's a dance. You just got to practice it and practice it and practice it. That's it. I just want to leave this little message for you guys. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Thanks, guys.